So good morning out there, fellow gardeners. This is Kathy, the neighborhood gardener, and back at it again. Spent all day yesterday out here getting that one area ready for putting that beehive in. So I just wanted to show you what the plan is for today. So it's a beautiful day out here in the garden. It's early morning and birds are singing and it's great breeze out here, so it's going to be a good day working out here. Plan for today is to get this next garden done, this next section of the garden. I really just take it one section at a time, otherwise it gets overwhelming. There's a lot of cleanup and maintenance to do out here, but I just enjoy doing that. So, and I'm enjoying taking you along with me, and I hope that it's inspiring you in some way as well. So what I'm going to do today is this next area is where I'm going to be putting that passion vine. I showed you a little bit of that yesterday, I think, in that video. Anyway, so I'm going to get that potted up and planted, and then that will be, I will have two separate areas in the garden already ready to go, and then it's just sit back and enjoy that. But I do have a lot more work to do out here, lots of maintenance, still some leaves to clean up in some areas. Then at some point I'm going to get over to that garden shed and that potting shed and get that thing back into shape. I've kind of just stored a lot of stuff in there. It's just a hodgepodge of cuttings that I've actually put out there as well. I have this problem, like I don't like to waste anything, so when I was trimming back my flowers, my bushes and trees, I was getting ready to just pitch it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can propagate that. So that just causes another project. It's my OCD kicks in, right? So anyway, so I do have that over there. So another video, right? We'll see what I can get out of that and just take you along with that as well. So anyway, great day to get started in the garden here. So what I'm going to do is get all my equipment out here and then get ready to start doing some hard work again. I was so tired last night after working in that garden all day, but oh, how nice it was to come out here and look at it this morning, because it does really look nice. I think so anyway, and that's what it's really all about. Your garden is your garden. You enjoy it, right? So you do what you can to enjoy it. So here we go. Let me go get my stuff together. Okay, so I have everything set the way I want it. When you're designing a new area, what you want to make sure that you're going to do is start with a clean slate. Just clear everything out of there. I had everything laying down on the ground and had other pots in the area, so I moved everything out so that way I can see exactly how I want to position everything. What I did, I just put, this is how I want to put this design, so nothing is in yet. It's just kind of a dry run. And then you go back and you look at that spot from every area in your garden just to see that it's going to look right before you actually start doing the hard work, which is I've got to level out some of the ground. So things you'll learn as you go along. So I think that's it for now. I'm going to go get some, drag my potting soil out and get started on this. I am going to have to do a little digging to level out that white pot because I don't want it to be angled like that. So I'm going to have to dig back in so it is level on the ground. And that's going to take a couple of hours to get all this done. So anyway, going to work while it's still not too hot out here on this area. And then, yeah, clean up and mulch time after that. So here we go. Let's get started on this. So what I'm doing now, I've leveled off this white pot here into the ground, burying it just maybe an inch or so deep, and it's leveled the best I can get it leveled. I don't get crazy with all of that. But I have checked it from every angle to make sure that they all look really nice and centered from looking out from my back porch and stuff, and it all looks really good. So it's exactly the way I want that. The red pots, they are smaller in diameter at the base of the pot. So what I want to do with those is I'm going to bury those maybe 3 inches or something like that, just so that when we do have our winds, our storms come through, they don't topple over, because that passion vine is going to be pretty heavy in there. So that's the plan. So I'm just going to finish leveling those out. I also put my drill actually inside this pot, so I don't forget to drill holes in this one, because this is a new pot. The other ones I'm just using those again. So that is the plan, and so I'm going to get started with that, and then the fun part comes is potting them up and mulching after that. So here we go. Let's get started on this part. Okay, so I wanted to just give you a quick view of what this is going to look like from looking out from my living room. I have French doors that looks out onto this view, and we're standing in my back porch right now. So I just wanted to stop and make sure everything looks nice and level and straight before I start putting the pots together. Here we go. Let's do this section. So everything is level. Now it's time to put the plants into the barrels. I showed you in another video that I had done how I do these big plantings like this. It just saves a little bit of time, and it gets everything right where you need it. So I've got my potting soil in. I know the level that I want this to go to. I've angled this passion vine towards this trellis back here just slightly, so it will grow up to the trellis. And then what I am going to do is put more potting soil in here and build it all up around the pot here, the actual nursery pot it's still in. And then all I will have to do is pull this pot out and then loosen the soil in this, drop it in, and it's exactly where it needs to be. My only other problem that I ran into is, of course, I ran out of potting soil. So far in these big pots, I think I've put between the two of them, like 4 bags, 4.5 bags. So I do need to get a little more of potting soil to put in here. I use regular pre-mixed potting mix on this, but I do have one type of potting soil that I do like to mix in when I get towards closer to the plant. This, it's called Happy Frog. It's got a lot of good nutrients in it. It's got worm castings, all kinds of nutrients that these plants are going to need. So I do like to use this. It is quite expensive, so I don't fill the whole barrel with it. I just do the planting around the top part of it. So when you're watering, all those nutrients will, it'll all mix up. I'll mix some of this in with it. So anyway, that's how I do my plantings. Okay, so I've made a few changes in the last couple of hours. Hopefully I could show you this really quick. My neighbor is out working in his yard, and he's got his blower and stuff going, so I'm not quite sure if you hear me so good. But stood back and looked at this for a while, and something just was not looking just right for me with that big white planter. I was glad I didn't drill any holes in it. I just bought that. And I'm thinking I'm going to take that back. I have come up with something else. It was in my yard that I just put over here, and I like that so much better. Get this down here. All right, so I just put all my potting soil in here. I did mix it with the Happy Frog, and have a good mixture going here. So that's all in here. It's packed in really nice. So I'm going to take this out, loosen it up, slide it right in, and it'll be done. It out. You can see, well, you can't see, but there's a nice, I think you can see, the hole is right there. That is the exact measurement of this. So let me just put this down here, loosen the soil. this guy's pretty dry, coming right out. So. Okay. See, it's got a nice root on it. Do have this angled. It drops right in the hole. And it is exactly how I want it to be. I angled this a little bit so the trellis is going back and it will attach to the wrought iron trellis that I have there. So anyway, you can see that is just perfect. Just move it around there. I'm gonna put a little more of the Happy Frog soil around the top, because and I did mix that in here with this as well. So where is my, put a little extra around the top. Pack it in good, make sure there's no air pockets. And yeah, I will start wrapping that around the trellises. And let me just show you really quickly what I decided to put here in place of that white pot. Okay, so I took that white planter box out because something just wasn't looking right to me about it. And I had this old bird bath that I turned into a planter, just put some sedum around it. And I bought some Torrenia that had the most beautiful little purple flowers. Let me show you that. I am gonna plant these. Look at that, how beautiful. I'm gonna plant these around, I'm gonna plant them around the bottom of that bird bath. I actually had painted that bird bath purple years ago and it's starting to chip off. But you know what, I like that. I love a weathered look. So I'm gonna leave it because it's my garden and I like it. So sometimes I just don't like everything looking so brand new. I like weathered looking things. I have an old chair, garden chair that I bought years ago at a estate sale, and I painted it first yellow and then purple, and it's kind of chipped off, so now it's yellow and purple, and I don't care. I love that. I think it looks nice like that. It's very weathered looking. So I like to put stuff like that around in my yard, and in this case, this worked out great. Okay, I think this looks really good. I like it so much better than that white pot was going to be here. So all the purple and white, it just kind of fell right into place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. It has been a good day. I think what I just may do is go sit and have a bottle of water, and then might get my second wind. I'll get my mulch down, and another part of the garden is done. That's it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it inspired you in some way. So anyway, till the next section of the garden is ready to go. Thanks for watching.